Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Plagiarism here. For today's video, we're just going to be discussing and talking about Marvel's Midnight Suns. Now, if you don't know or you've been out of the loop, Marvel's Midnight Suns is a new upcoming tactical RPG being developed by Firaxis Games. And if you don't know what they've done, Firaxis Games, they've been behind the development of the Civilization games and the XCOM games, and they've done really good work with tactical combat and stuff. And it's really interesting to see them tackle a Marvel property, and I am very, very, very interested in taking a look. The game was officially announced during Gamescom about a few days back, and the trailer was released, and the trailer is magnificent. If you want to see the trailer, please look at the link below in the description. And yesterday, they actually revealed, or rather released, a more in-depth gameplay trailer as to how the combat works and how everything's going to look. And I guess that's really what I'm going to talk about today. From not necessarily the combat itself, but also the combat and the way they are going about the story. From the little I've managed to find out, the game is going to be based a little bit around the comic book series Rise of the Midnight Suns, in collaboration with the Avengers and stuff. So that should be interesting to see. They've shown us a few of the characters that are going to be in the game. So based on the trailer and the extended gameplay trailer, we know that we're going to have Iron Man, Captain America, Wolverine, Doctor Strange, Captain Marvel, Blade, Ghost Rider, Magic, and Nico. And the new character, which I guess is more interesting to me at the moment, is the player character. From what they're saying, basically, is the player character can either be female or male in appearance. We're going to be called the Hunter. And we get to choose superpowers based on 40 different abilities. So that should be interesting to see. I am hoping that the abilities that they give us access to are very cool abilities that I would love to obviously use, and not just random downplayed abilities, because then that just takes it from the fun of it. But yeah, the game has shown quite a few things. And while they called it a gameplay trailer yesterday, they didn't really show too much gameplay, but it looks like they are planning an actual more in-depth game dive on the 7th of September. So I'm hoping this video drops before then. So that would be more interesting to see, because I'd love to see how the game actually works. The card-based system for combat, they showed bits of it in the gameplay clip, but they didn't really go too deep as to how it works. So it would be interesting to know if it's a deck of cards or if the cards are just basically showing what skills the heroes have. And maybe that just plays a bit in the beginning of the combat or during the combat, or maybe it's a sense of you have to stack up the deck before the combat begins. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they go about it. The story from the gameplay trailer is really just you as the hunter fighting against a baddie or your parent, I think. Yeah. The villain of the story is going to be your mother, Lilith, and apparently you're the child, or we are the child of Lilith, and it's our job to basically put her down. And I guess I would see how the story as a whole sort of unveils. They showed a few locations that the game's gonna have. They showed the base of operations called the Abbey, and it looks like you can explore the base of operations pretty in depth, which is nice. There are a few things that also showed in the gameplay that looked very interesting, and I'd love to see how it plays out. And that was basically, you had you can interact with the characters that you're playing with in terms of your party. So you can interact with Iron Man, Captain America, all of them, and you've got it's a choice-based system for interaction. So you get to speak to them, they speak to you. You get to choose obviously options for what you want to say to them and how you want to say it, and I think it plays into the relationship you build with them. And from what is hinted, I think the closer your relationship is with the characters, the better you can do sort of combo moves and stuff. So that should be interesting to see. But yeah, the game looks good. The game looks good. As someone who's played XCOM and who's played Mario v Rabbids in terms of tactical combat, and a few other games like not Red Alert. What's this game? There's a game on PC, it's a tactical game. I forget what the game's called. It's not Red Commando. Either way, I've played a few tactical games, and I've sort of get a general idea of how it works, the back and forth of it all, the way Dota goes and stuff. And it'll be interesting to see if they can apply the same mindset to a Marvel game and it come out well, because while on paper it sounds like it could work, it really comes down to implementation. And based on the trailers I've seen, based on the way it works, I am interested in trying it out, but I'm still not 100% sold on it. And I don't want to write it off. I don't want to say anything yet until I actually have a chance to play it. But I am very interested. I'm very curious about it. But yeah, I guess when the gameplay deep dive does show up and I get to review that, then I guess to make up my mind as to how I feel about it. But based on just first impressions, it looks really nice. I would hope that there are a lot more characters that you get to recruit in the game, like in the duration of the game, because then that would be really lovely to see. So it's not just basically the characters that we've seen, but a lot like a bigger, deeper roster. But yeah, that's really it. The game is scheduled to be released next year in March, so 2022. It's also going to be released on every platform there is at the moment. So the Switch, the PlayStation 4, the PlayStation 5, Xbox One, Series X, and Windows. And I guess on a level, you can also argue that we'd have to see the sort of graphical capability that they're going to be sort of pushing for, because it'd be nice for the game to play and look really good and across all the platforms. But yeah, that's just my first thoughts on the game. That's my first impression on the game. As I said before, the game trailer and the in-depth dive is in the description below. Please don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. If you got any questions you want to ask in the comments, please put it there. If you have anything you want to say, to be honest, I feel like at this point in time, everything, they've got the right sort of tools to make this game really, really hit a lot of good marks. And I guess it's just, as I said, it's on the comes out, we'll get to see what happens. But yeah, thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. And I will catch you guys next time.